Cristina Munoz back again, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And in fact, a little earlier I was on a Google Hangout where I heard one of my fellow teammates called Scott talk about how we have a past self and a present self and a future self. And it got me thinking about what happened to me just a couple of days ago, because sometimes our past experiences can affect what we do in the present, and sometimes we're not even conscious of it until we actually get it pointed out by somebody. Now, just to get into the story, in regards to my past self, okay, I've been living with chronic pain for over 12 years. And for the last 2 years, or really 2011 and 2012, I was living with chronic nerve pain, 24/7 nerve pain for 2 years, to the point that I was housebound, couldn't sit, stand or walk for an extended period of time until I had a ketamine infusion in December 2012. And pretty much since February, okay, I got accepted into a physical rehabilitation program, and for the last, I guess, couple of months, I've been doing rehab to build back my physical strength. So in regards to my present self, I'm in the process of transforming myself physically, getting myself physically back to how I was before all the chronic pain and all the back issues happened. And my future self, I want to see 100% healthy, fit and strong and able to do whatever I want to do. Now, what happened is over the weekend, okay, let me share this story with you. I hope it will help you. Over the weekend, I overdid it, okay. And what that meant is I destabilized my back. And when my back goes unstable, it's like it doesn't connect. And what I did was on Monday, because I knew I had rehab on the Tuesday, is I decided to rest my back for the entire day in bed. Okay, and the reason why I do that is because in the past, okay, anytime I would push it when it got unstable, I would literally spasm, collapse to the floor in agony. I'd need to call paramedics, who would then take me to the doctor so I could get a morphine injection to settle it down. Okay, so that's what I did. I rested it all day in bed on Monday, and then Tuesday morning, okay, it had improved a little bit, but it was still a bit unstable. And my partner was worried. You know, my partner did not want me to go into rehab. Maybe I shouldn't go. Maybe it might be too dangerous. Maybe I'll have a spasm and need another morphine injection. But I really, really didn't want to miss rehab, so I went. And I'm so glad I did. And let me tell you why. Okay, when I got there, my first session was hydrotherapy. Okay, and when I got there, I didn't think I'd last 20 minutes, I'll be honest, but I thought if anything happens, I'm in the best place. It's basically a hospital and I'm there as an outpatient. So I thought I'll take the risk because I didn't want to miss rehab. So anyway, I went and did our hydrotherapy, and I let the team there know that my back's a bit unstable, it's aching and unstable, and so they didn't increase my repetitions. I just did my usual 10, or the 10 that I did the last week, and I survived. Okay, nothing happened to my back. It was okay. And then after hydrotherapy, I then saw my physio. And she asked me what's been happening in the past week, and I explained, you know, what happened and how I rested my back on Monday and why, and how the great news is I managed to do hydro, so far so good, and my back didn't feel too bad. And then she said something incredibly profound to me. She said, Cristina, why did you rest your back all day in bed? So I explained to her that, you know, in the past, whenever it's been like that, if I overdo it and don't rest it, I risk spasming and falling on the floor and, you know, all the rest of it. And she said, okay. And she said, now, the ketamine infusion you had in December, did that stop all of the nerve pain and everything? And I said, yes, it has. Okay. She goes, well, Cristina, I've been working with you for the past 2 months. I've been seeing you go from strength to strength. And I've seen absolutely no evidence that your back is going to react in that way again. Okay, so I suggest to you now that the next time your back is unstable, that yes, you rest it for 10-15 minutes maybe, that's it, and then do some gentle stretching or go for a gentle walk or something like that. Keep moving. Don't rest it the entire day. And I just looked at her and I just realized, and it just dawned on me, that I was allowing my past experiences to affect what I was doing now, and I wasn't even conscious of it until she pointed it out. And I said that to her, oh my, I've been behaving the same way that I've done for years, even though that's not really the situation now in the present. She goes, exactly. She goes, your brain, and I understand this, our brains are so amazing and they do what they can to protect you. So if you've been a certain way for a long time or thinking a certain way for a long time, okay, it will send the same signals to you or the same messages. So my brain, because it's been so used to living with chronic pain and nerve pain for so long, because it knew I was overdoing it on the weekend, it actually sent the message to my back to get unstable. Okay, so I then kicked into gear and said, okay, I'm going to go lie down and rest. When in actual reality, it's okay. If I had have not done that and had have just rested for 10, 15 minutes and done what my physio said, my back would have coped. And, I think that relates to so much in our lives. If you're trying to transform yourself, it doesn't matter if you're trying to transform yourself physically like I am now. If you're trying to transform yourself financially like I did last year, it's why I can focus now on transforming physically, because I'm not worried about, paying the bills because I can't work because of my back and the pain and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to transform yourself with now, okay, if it's in your business, if it's in your health, if it's spiritually, okay, understand that there will be times that how you've handled or thought in the past are going to creep up, pop up again in the present, okay? And sometimes you need someone to point it out to you. Now, if you don't have a physio, I'm so grateful for my rehab team, let me tell you. They're wonderful. I've just been gaining more and more confidence as it goes on. And that's a wonderful thing, okay? You can surround yourself with people who have already had the transformation that you seek. Okay, so if you want to transform yourself financially, go from not being able to pay your bills to having more than enough to pay your bills and support your family and so on. You want to start surrounding yourself with people who have achieved that transformation. And a great way of doing that is to listen to audio every single day. Okay, again, it doesn't matter what it is you want to transform yourself with. Surround yourself, if you can, with people who have made that transformation. So for me, I'm transforming myself physically. So there are people that I'm around that I know are as physically strong like I want to be, like Diva Ranger and Megan and so many others, that they're sort of who I'm very much listening to at the moment, as well as my rehab team, because they know what they're doing. Okay, so if you want to transform yourself in a certain way, surround yourself with those kind of people. Join Facebook groups with those kind of people in. If you're in the business, look at the leaders who are earning what you want to earn and follow those that are following the training and getting the results that you want. If you want to change your physical self, do the same thing. You can listen to success-orientated audios or audios by people who have achieved the success that you want, be it in health, wealth, finance, spiritually, doesn't really matter. Because what's going to happen is when you do that, okay, it's going to help reprogram your brain. Okay, you're going to it's going to help you realize those times that you're still allowing the past to influence your present. Because what you do now in your present, the little things that you're doing every day and now in your present, is what's going to take you to your future self. Okay, so if you don't want your future self to be the same way that it's been in the past, okay, it means you need to start doing different things in the present and start thinking in a different way. And, that's a daily thing. And that's not something that changes overnight, and we all need help. We all need to access the resources and training and people we can that have already achieved what we want to enable us to get there too. And in those times that you find that your thought patterns are taking you back to your past, you can recognize them. It's so gorgeous. I mean, if I could let you into my brain right now and help you feel what I feel, because there's a freedom in it. It's like being unchained, okay? Because I know now everything that I've gone through, chronic pain-wise and everything else to get to the point that I am now, You know, now I can walk a quarter away around the block for 8 minutes. Doesn't sound like much, but a few weeks ago it was only 6 minutes. But every day I'm getting stronger and fitter and so on. I know now that the next time my back gets unstable or I have a little relapse, instead of handling it the way I always used to because of fear, okay, because I fear that that's going to happen to me again, I'm not going to. My experience of, I guess, facing my fear on Tuesday, still going into rehab, okay, has helped give me the confidence to know that what happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen in the present. Okay, what happened in the past does not have to happen in your present either. Okay, I want you to imagine where you want to be, your future self, and see it like a movie, Technicolor movie playing in front of you. Okay, imagine that. Even if it seems, oh my Lord, I'm so far away from that. Doesn't matter. I want you to imagine that future self in front of you. That's what your imagination is for. Okay, imagine it. Okay, and then what will happen is you'll then take the steps in your present to manifest that, to create that in your life. And when those past little ways of thinking, because you've always handled things a certain way, and I'm not immune, no one is, come up, you can be conscious of it, recognize it, and stop it, and change it with a new behavior. Like with me, where now I'm not going to rest, okay? The next time it gets unstable, I'm going to maybe lie down for 10-15 minutes, and that's it. And then I'm going to do my gentle stretching, and then I'm going to go for a walk. And you know what that means? That means that's going to get me closer to reaching my future self. So if you enjoyed this, feel free to click the link below, and I'll be back again soon. And here's to your future self, because you're creating it right now in your present, and the past does not have to control you or enslave you anymore. Take care.